going out today?
Yeah, no. 4 of them.
4, 5.
5 now?
So I have 5 items because I also have one of Mercari, which you don't have an account on. Which technically we have 6 because we sold a... What was it? We sold this Goosebumps. Somebody wanted it in an auction, but they hadn't paid for it yet. And then finally I messaged the person the other day, and they're like, I'll pay for it on Thursday, which doesn't happen a lot, but that's not uncommon. I've had people go like, I can't pay you till then because they don't have the money. But, so this is going out too. So technically 7 things today. So first, the Goosebumps thing, and then on Mercari, we got this Keebler Elf thing. Oh, I gotta get back there. How am I gonna get that? Move that. Move the Twinkie guy. And then Keebler Elf. So, first we got Keebler. And I feel like this should squeak. That's from, when's that from? 1974. I feel like it should squeak. Maybe it does. Oh, no, the head is detachable. So anyway, Keebler. What else do we have? We have Goosebumps. Bonkers. I've actually had a couple of these Bonkers games, and they usually go pretty fast. But then this last one that I got, I've had for a while. So I haven't gotten any more Bonkers ones since then. So that Bonkers game right there, it's from, let's see, 1978. That's where that one's from. And if you remember this game at all, it's like that. It's got these little pieces in there. I'm going to double check this before I send it out to make sure I got all the stuff, but usually I check them before or when we get them to make sure it has all the stuff. The instructions, little pegboard thing, pegs, 2, 3, 4. 4 playing pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and 2 dice. So basically, I always check the instructions, and they always have the equipment. So that's how I'll know. And then all these cards right there, which are for playing the game. Seems to be intact, so good. And then I just need to pack this up, so I'm going to have to do like I did the other day and probably double box this because it's a long ass game. Next up, I have a Kermit the Frog pencil topper. This thing right there. I was kind of surprised by that one, but still pretty cool. It's a little foam Kermit thing. Part of the, I think we had actually started the experiment. When we saw that Muppet stuff, we were like, does Muppet stuff sell?
Yeah.
And we pretty much said, let's find out. Well, it's starting to. I feel like it took a while. But now I feel like we're getting rid of most of the Muppet stuff.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that Miss Piggy hairbrush going so fast.
I know. It really did. And then, this is another one that I've had for a long time. This Snoopy Bank, which is also from... What is the date on this one? 1966. Which is tough to say because it could also be when the copyright was for, but I guess the last date would be the last year that the copyright was, 1966. So yeah, that is Snoopy. You put your coins in there, and it's a bank.
Oh, it's such a cheap piece of plastic.
Yeah, it's really, it's something that was definitely mass produced, and I kind of remember them, or do I? I don't know.
Did you note this?
Yes, I got to double check. We have 2 of them, so I got to double check which one it is. I had 2 of them.
That's crazy.
As you can see right here, but I saw this one somewhere else, and I got it because this particular one here has a little hole, because it's such brittle old plastic, it has a little hole right in the top corner. And then I saw this other one, And I was like, oh, good. We've got one to replace it with in case I want to send out one that doesn't have a hole. I did not see this on the bottom. So there's actually a big ass giant crack on this one. Damn it.
I love how his ears hang over the side.
I do like how his ears hang over the side. So I think the lesser of the two evils is going to be that one. It does say it has a hole in it, so it is in the description. I just wish. Ugh, let me look at the pictures. Does it seem obvious to you?
I mean, yeah. I can see holes.
Okay. So that's why I'm wondering if we give him the one with just the little hole.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll give them the one with the little hole, and then we'll do a much better picture of this one, because I don't like sending it off and having them go like, oh, it didn't look that bad.
Right.
And they paid $10 for it, and we have a better one that's in better shape, which originally we thought was in bad shape because of that little hole. So I like that better. I feel like such a better person now. All right, so those are all the things I got to pack up now, and then I'm going to do some more listing. And then go back to trying to, I want to start an ad campaign today to try and get up viewership. I have an idea for how I want to market that. Oh, I just got an offer on a book. I'm a New York teacher and I'm stuck working from home and all my materials are at school. And she asked if she could have from Sesame Street, who used to teach sign language on the show back in the day, Linda. And this was from, when was this from? 1980. So I'm going to be sending that out today to a teacher in New York who got this for her students, I guess. But yeah, cool. So sending that out today to a teacher in New York.
You're
Fun.
selling shit while you're packing shaky soap.
I am.
It's picking up.
On top of that, here's the bonkers game. So I did the makeshift box thing like I did yesterday, where it's a box and then another box. And it came out to 3 pounds. So I'm curious to see how much it's going to cost to ship that one. Oh, $13.09 to ship this thing. I know. I really wish there was, I got to look into, I don't know, like different shipping services. When we start shipping out more, I would love to be able to do less of a cost for shipping. I don't know if it's possible. I know right now that's a weird question to ask. So I'm packing up. I was just doing the Kermit thing that I was looking at, and we just sold an Uncle Scrooge book. Uncle Scrooge and the Lemonade Stand.
Making smarter, healthier decisions for yourself.
This one right there.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Get set for spring with me.
Oh, this is the one that's really funny because it's got phallic stuff in it.
Furniture for every room in the house. Plus, it's our great shoe sale. Get
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
more pairs of sale.
So, but the artwork's really cool. Who did the artwork on this one? I forget. Is this one of the...
And updates look with new suits from Pinnacle.
Oh, that's right. They're pictures by Carl Barks and Norm McGarry.
Purchases of $25 or more now at Macy's.
Woo! So sending that out too. Awesome. Basically, I wanted to go over the way that I'm going to try my idea for trying to promote the site on Facebook. I'm going to test out an audience. And one of the things that I did, so I went into the Facebook Business Manager. So I'm basing it on webcomics, but
Okay.
only kind of. So let me show you what I mean. It says there between 2 million and 2.5 million
Damn.
people, right?
Okay.
And most of them are between the ages of 25 to 34. And then the second one being 35 to 44. Instead of just doing this demographic, because 2 million people, that's too many people to try and target.
Right.
So I went through these, and like the collectibles store, there's ThinkGeek, And then there's artists. They have one of them is Kevin Smith, which is a good one because he's very pop culture centric,
Yep.
and he has a podcast.
Right.
I already created an audience for this, and put all of the interests that I just named off here. Well, the ones that showed up, because if some of the pages aren't old enough, like if they haven't been around long enough, they don't list in the audience for it. But I created an audience, and just to test it out, first thing I'm going to do is just a like campaign, like my page campaign. Instead of otherwise I have to create an ad, think of the voicing for it. I'm just going to do a like page, and if I start getting good traction on that, then I'm going to turn it into an ad.
Okay.
So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to test it out. That's the fastest way to do it right now, where I can just turn it on and go, okay, go, and then see
And how
what
long are
happens.
you going to run it for?
You can usually tell within a day.
Okay.
Like if by this time tomorrow, if it's either one, if it's not getting any likes but tons of views, or two, if it's getting likes but it's costing too much, then I need to readjust. There are more in the audience than I want. So when I actually put this audience in, it's a little over 1 million. And you want to keep it under 1 million
Okay.
when you do an audience because it's cheaper. So I'm going to see if it actually affects it, and then I have to narrow it down again. But
Cool.
We'll see. That's my strategy that I'm going to do to try and test it out.